As an experienced hunter, Journey knows the ways and whereabouts of her prey. Here, on the slopes of Hellroaring Mountain, she can focus on the other fundamental goal of a wolf: to find a mate and start a pack. But as always, danger and death are never far away. Hello and welcome to Wolf Quest. My name is Frosty, and today we are going to be picking up with Journey here, who is going to be, per your guys' vote, the wolf that we are going to be seeing journey through life from basically start to finish. Obviously, we're not going to get to see her as a yearling or as a 2-year-old. We're going to be picking up with her as if she had just dispersed from Wander's pack as a 2-year-old. Going into a new game with her in Hellroaring Mountain. Now, Journey's quest is effectively to be the best wolf out there, so that's going to be a little bit harder since she was a runt. Now, the actual layout of this playthrough is going to be a little bit different, most likely from what I've done before. And just let me know your guys' thoughts as we go about that. But we are going to go ahead and just kick up a new game. Our mate death will be permadeath, and I am going to have all types of pup RNG deaths with Journey. I know that the met and unknown fate is kind of, I guess, controversial with people who have played the Saga. I don't necessarily mind the unknown fate because it is very realistic, and I think that just makes it a little bit more interesting, especially as time progresses with the whole Saga and getting more pups in your pack. I think the pup RNG deaths do just genuinely help balance that out once you get up to insane numbers. So I'm fine keeping everything, and it also kind of allows a little bit more roleplay into how the pup could have, passed away without being too overprotective. Yeah, I guess we'll just start with the central, and we'll start the game. Winter is coming, so it's time for Journey to start looking for her mate. Out there, she'll find dispersal wolves like herself, who have left their family pack in search of a mate to start a new one with. As she ventures into other packs' territories, she'll meet wolves who will fiercely defend their territory, and some who she might be able to persuade to leave their pack and become her mate. Journey finds that there are already 3 packs established on Hellroaring Mountain: Cottonwood Creek, Coyote Creek, and Geode packs. She sets off to determine which could be worthy of her attention. Which pack has the most territory? I think that's green, but I also think that green is actually considered the worst territory. So I think we're just gonna head straight up north here. Journey is a very dominant wolf. Her goal is to reign over all other wolves and their territories. So accordingly, she sets off for the most powerful pack on the map and aims to take their position as the breeding or dominant female. I've not actually tried this, but we're gonna set our sights on the pack just north of us, and we're gonna see if we can take it over. With my luck, it's gonna be like 1-star diversity. That's neither here nor there. Journey enters their territory, assessing how best to get their attention. Eventually, she howls, hoping to see who she can summon. Unsatisfied when this yields no results, she moves further into their territory, and eventually she decides to sleep. Pack wolves do find her here, and some are interested in possibly courting her. She has to prove that she is not a threat or here for their territory by showing submissive behavior. However, Journey's intentions are a little bit more malicious than that. Journey wags her tail, assessing the other pack, who skirt around her suspiciously, growling. She is greeted by 401F, a pack leader, 802M, a subordinate, and 1404M, a yearling. Okay, so 401 is the current pack leader. Journey approaches 401, who does not appreciate the attention, as it should be her sons the dispersal should be showing interest in. The pack wolves are unimpressed with Journey's half-hearted display, and soon interest turns into aggression as the pack wolves aim to drive her out of their territory for good. "1404 makes the first move. But after that, utter war descends. Journey clearly targets a dominant female 401, but 802 seems to take this personally and makes it a vendetta to try and get her out. Alright, it's on. So we have to try and get her without dying or getting so hurt we can't hunt, which is unfortunate since we were outnumbered 3-1 here. Out of nowhere, the war becomes even more complicated, with a few other dispersals randomly joining in the fray, attacking the pack wolves. Oh, we got a lot more coming in. Okay. Some of those are dispersals. Can you give up, dude? When Journey manages to shake 802, she turns around to find one of the dispersals has a pack leader by the throat. She takes advantage of this opportunity and presses her luck, attacking the female herself. Oh, she's getting attacked too. Perfect, actually. Now weakened and outnumbered by the ragtag dispersal groups, 401 attempts to flee for her life. Unfortunately, Journey is not keen on letting her get away so easily. Journey harasses the female endlessly, biting at her hindquarters whenever she tries to get away. She gets injured in the process, bruising her jaw, but she continues on unrelenting. As just a note, I really am only trying to attack her when my stamina is near to full. In my experience, that gives you the most damage with the least recoil and the least injury. Obviously, I already have a injured jaw here, but that's actually not too bad, all things considered. And it's easy to chase them down, relatively speaking, when they're fleeing. So we really got lucky with the dispersals, just deciding to come in and attack them too. Journey harasses the female for hours, her attacks only growing more vicious as the female weakens. She has now broken one of the female's legs, but she is still not satisfied, latching onto her one good one and continuing to bite at the female. Eventually, the leading female succumbs to her wounds. Her goal now accomplished, Journey leaves the pack's territory, giving them time and space to mourn the fallen. Okay. It is done, to my understanding now. The pack leader is going to be open to courting in a couple of in-game days, so we also need to find some food, just so we don't die. Oh look, food. Now tired and hungry, Journey seeks to find an easy meal, and seems to get that with an elk calf carcass on the wind. Unfortunately for her, there is no such thing as a free meal, and she finds a wolverine waiting for her too. I think there's a wolverine at the carcass. Can you get off it just so I can grab a chunk or two? Despite their small stature, wolverines are vicious opponents, so an injured Journey does not want to antagonize this one. I just got rid of some competition. I don't need this. At the same time, the prize of the elk calf is too good to give up easily. We can share. Journey intends to lure the wolverine far enough away from the elk calf, or intimidate it off of the corpse altogether. Unfortunately, the wolverine is too wily for her, and it actually grabs onto one of her legs, viciously breaking it in one foul blow. Now I really need that carcass, though. Journey puts her own cunning to use, however, leading the wolverine far enough away from the corpse where she is able to beat it back to the carcass. There, she manages to wolf some down to fill up her belly, and eventually, after performing the same trick once more, she grabs a meat chunk to stave off the rest of her hunger. Okay, I think this is fair enough. Or will be anyway. Yeah. If you get a full belly, you can heal off anything pretty quick. Alright, cool. We'll just hover out here then. We'll get some sleep. We'll see if the pack leader is going to be in the mood to take on a new mate in a little bit. Oh look, we're already back to full health. Journey fills up her stomach off of her stolen prize and decides to scout out how Coyote Creek is doing without their alpha female. Not the leader, and they don't want anything to do with us. She comes across 801F and 1405M, two other subordinates of the pack. She decides to leave rather than pick a fight with them. Alright, we'll try sleeping again since we don't need to hunt and I want to get these injuries off as fast as I can. It does look like this is a decent sized pack, so I think we picked okay. I don't know if their territory is going to be where I like it to be, but I don't know what the best maps for things are either in general on this map, so we're committed now. Though we do actually have a lot of time to pivot if need be, so I'm actually not too concerned. I feel a little bit bad if we made everybody widowers and then we decided no one was good enough, but that's gonna be Journey's thing, potentially. I think this is the best way to get them to come to us, but I don't know. Once again, Journey sleeps, trying to see who would come to greet her. She hopes for the pack leader, but is instead greeted by two more aggressive yearlings. She does not want to push her luck, as these could be her future pack mates, and she does not want to injure them. Don't hold a grudge. They're gonna hold a grudge. Eventually, Journey grows bored of hunting rabbits in the same part of the territory, and so she seeks a new location. She journeys on the edge of the pack's territory, weaving in and out, hoping to entice the pack leader to come greet her. However, he never shows, and as the snows fall, she finds a very quaint location next to a creek where she settles down for a few days. Journey alternates between howling and resting, hoping to entice the pack leader over to her, or to see any evidence that he's interested in taking on a mate. However, while there are plenty of interested dispersals, he never shows, nor does he showcase any interest. Lots of courtable dispersals, but we're not interested in those. The leader may just still be mourning his lost mate, though with my luck, I probably took out a single mom. Okay, we're gonna try and move to a slightly different part of things, just to see if that refreshes some stuff or not. I'm not sure, having never done this before, if we need to like leave them completely alone or if it just needs like a certain cooldown period before the male can be courtable, because we've not even seen him yet, and I think there's gotta be a pack leader in there somewhere, somehow. Just because otherwise I feel like the pack would have disbanded by now. It does seem to be a pretty sizable pack just by the fact that they've got at least 3 yearlings, 2 subordinates, and a pup. So I think for the sake of what we're doing here, we picked right. It's just actually trying to court anybody I think they're gonna hold a grudge for a while, and I can't say I blame them. Because I don't see them howling back at us. I don't want to waste all of our time trying to do this either, just because we do actually have a timer we've got to adhere to now. Worst case scenario, I hear leaving the map and coming back will do it. I'm just trying to see if there's going to be a wolf with little hearts by when I howl outside of the territory. Okay, our time is about a quarter gone. Gonna wander onto the turf and just see what happens, I think. I do not have a home hex. Journey wandered through the beautiful fall forests alone. The other pack never came to greet her. After some hours, her empty stomach eventually urged her to follow a distant elk herd scent out of their territory and to a lonely, ill calf. But before she can enjoy her reward, Journey must do the dangerous part herself. She sends the elk on, running away from her, and she must avoid their sharp hooves. Journey tests a few different elk for weakness before she decides upon her victim, but her victim is not undefended. Journey sustains a sharp kick to the head. Despite the fervent mother's wishes, this elk calf will be hers by the end of the night. After an extended chase weaving in and out of Coyote Creek's territory, Journey finally brings down the elk calf next to his stream. She howls, marking her kill and gorging on the elk calf. She does not yet know that this is what finally will bring her the attention she desires. Initially, the attention is not entirely welcome, as yet more subordinates from Coyote Creek descend upon the easy kill. Journey, still not desiring a fight at this time, moves off peaceably, but she moves directly into the waiting attention of the pack leader. Okay, here we go, finally. It took forever, but the leader is just ahead. Okay, so I don't really know where. Over here. I'm assuming it's 603 there. Okay, not bad. We'll be as submissive as we can be. The pack leader, as well as one of his younger sons, seem interested in courting Journey. Journey has eyes only for the power, however, and so she keeps her attention fixed on 603M. 603M seems playful, but Journey is not yet willing to showcase too much aggression in the events that the pack decides to attack her. We're not trying to take over your territory. I just wanted to take over your heart. Progress is slow, the other pack weary, which is understandable given what Journey had last done to the leader she had met here. .603 seems especially drawn to her attention and to playful behavior. After some time playing with him, she eventually wins his heart. Okay, so just based off of what I've been seeing here, He seems to be a very bold, confident wolf. I think he's a little bit more on the loner side of things. And a little bit on the lazy side of things. That actually doesn't dissuade me too much just because I've had a mate that's a little bit more tendency towards loner. And a mate that's a little bit more tendency towards lazy, and they're actually some of the best I've ever had. So I'm not really put off by that, actually. And we know he's a good dad because he has a pretty decent pack already. So we can become mates immediately, and we'll become the pack leader of Coyote Creek. All right. So we got the instant family achievement there. And I've been thinking very long and hard about what exactly I wanted to name Journey's pack and what I wanted to give any existing family the names of that, you know, not everybody would necessarily get immediate input on, just because, you know, they could have different naming schemes, different naming traditions, and so on. But I also still want to be tied into Journey's name somehow. So I actually wanted to nerd out a little bit here and give everybody a bit of a reference for name here. So if anybody knows, you'll understand it's journey before destination. And I was going back and forth on what exactly to name the characters after, but I think this one is fitting for the pack leader, and I'm hoping I spelled it correctly. Now that Journey has been accepted by the pack, she gets to meet all of its members. Each member will be named accordingly, as they will now be a part of her pack moving forward. Okay, so we immediately take over the family, and now the pups are going to be considered as our pups, I guess. So we're diving straight into the Young Hunter's quest here. Okay. And I am familiar with how to play this, but effectively we're going to be teaching all of the new pups how to hunt and keeping them safe throughout. So let's just see what we're looking at here and what we're working with. So our mate Dalinar is pretty hurt, and everyone's pretty hungry. Actually, everybody is hurt. Oh my goodness. Okay. So they have 3 yearlings, 2 subordinates, and 4 pups of the year. That's actually a pretty big pack, honestly, when you stop and think about that, to kind of end up getting right off the bat. I'm frankly just pleased that we ended up with a 3-star mate and a pretty decent pack on the first one that we decided to go with. Yep, and it did change our pack color. Perfect. Yeah, I know we got off on the wrong foot, bud. But follow me, everybody, because your new mother will provide. Look, I hunted all by myself. It is kind of weird, honestly, being the outsider and just coming in. Because, like, having played the Saga and, like, built up a pack to this point, you know, I kind of already know everybody's personality. I know how they tick. I know how everything works. But with these guys, I don't have any immediate attachment to them. Like, if one of the older subs was to just, you know, break off and leave right now and disperse, I wouldn't care necessarily, because I don't know who they are and I don't know what they do. So we're just gonna try and take care of them and be the best wolf mom we can be. Yeah, they're definitely all owners. Look at them all taking meat chunks away. Is everyone getting full up? Ooh, 1405 is still pretty hungry. And we're pretty tired. I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of satisfying though. Okay, let's see. I'm just gonna go through real quick and name everybody something. May not be perfect, but I'm gonna name them something in line with this and with this series. And if anybody has any suggestions for renaming them, just let me know. And we can rename them accordingly, but in the meantime, I'm gonna do my best. Okay, I have named everybody after somebody. It's not necessarily correct in terms of ages, but I was honestly going a little bit more based off appearance for this initial run here. So yeah, we did our best. We'll see how things actually end up going. But I think we'll go ahead and leave off this first episode here. I know it's probably going to be a little bit shorter for you guys, but Journey has been going for a while. So I think we'll start off next time going straight into the Young Hunter's quest with our new family here. Aw, and Syl immediately took a little bit of a liking to us. And getting to know our newfound immediate family. So until next time, everybody, stay safe, stay happy, and we're signing off.